I'm Mark Stewart with a question for you. What do these people have in common? Anthony Poindexter, Vincent Brown, Michael Cummings. They have one thing in common. They were all paid over $100,000 in severance after having a bad football coaching season along with Bob Diaco. They get fired along with him after the 2016 season. For doing a bad job. We paid six-figure severances. That's in addition to the salaries that they did get. How about Frank Verducci? That guy earned over $200,000 in severance, again, for doing nothing. This is a contract that our stupid legislature approves. Okay? It's ultimately their fault. Yes, there are intermediaries within UConn. But ultimately, we could put our foot down, and we have to. I'll take it to the top. How much in severance was Bob Diaco paid? Mr. Russell Blair gave a nice piece today in the Current. $3.4 million plus some fringe benefits that comes to over $4 million. Okay? For having the worst offense in all of NCAA football. 14.8 points per game was what our offense scored under Diaco 2016. In the last 4 games, the offense scored all of 16 points. Okay? 4 points a game. Why are we giving contracts of this kind of magnitude to unproven people? Right? Gino Auriemma, Jim Calhoun, proven guys after 10 years of really good to great seasons. All right, they might be worth million-plus contracts. Short of that, no coach is at the NCAA UConn level. It's not, okay? Even Gino's great program actually doesn't make money for UConn. Now, it's good to have because there are pride things that are worthy of losing money. But paying silly severances for coaches that don't do their jobs well, that has to end. Now, it should go beyond coaches. Any state employees who don't do their jobs well shouldn't be entitled to a huge severance for getting fired. Okay? They should be happy to have had their job for the couple years that they didn't do a good job in. Stop making contracts that bankrupt us and annoy us. Yeah, this is a bit visceral, from the gut. We all feel it except you in the General Assembly. You don't seem to care. That needs to end this year. I am a candidate not only for governor, but for firm reliability by our General Assembly members. It's more important to elect a resolute General Assembly than a resolute governor. I think you can have both. One way is to pay attention to people like Russell Blair. Russell's kind of young, but he might remember something called the Golden Fleece Awards. These were given out by Wisconsin Senator William Proxmire in the 70s and 80s for the most wasteful things at the federal level. I will have the equivalent at the state level. Hopefully, those things will be diminishing. But we need reporters to look after our pocketbook, to point out specifics week in, week out. John Lender does a good job for the Current as well. You guys are at the vanguard of good journalism. Teddy Roosevelt would applaud. Muckrackers from a century ago deserve to be in our newspapers, because I don't know how else you get to the free-spending, uncaring General Assembly. Okay? You can't call them up. They're too hard to contact. But maybe you can excoriate. And I will have a column every week, whatever the reporters do. I will be calling out with numbers, specifics about what stupid bonehead contracts that congressman, that General Assembly member has been voting for because they're coming at your expense. That's the kind of citizen revolt that I believe in that helps make a better Connecticut. So Russell, thank you. John, thank you. All journalists, please turn to the wastefulness and look to possibly this candidate to stop a lot of it. I'm Mark Stewart. Thank you for listening.